Welcome to your new home. In order to bring this existing property up to modern building standards, we completely stripped the original property back to the bare brick walls, base floors and rafters. We then added external wall insulation to all the outside walls of the property, added insulation underneath all the floors, and added extra insulation in the loft. Within the external wall insulation, we have installed Swift nesting bricks. These subtle, maintenance-free bricks will provide long-term nesting habitats for swifts, a bird on the highest conservation priority red list. Each year, the new occupants of the nesting brick will remove any old nesting material before building their own nest. You may find you have to occasionally wash down the wall just underneath the nesting brick to keep the area clean. A satellite dish and digital TV aerial have already been installed should you wish to use them. We request that you do not fix anything such as trellises, hanging baskets or additional lighting to the external walls, as this will damage the insulation. As part of the improvements to keep your home warm in the winter and cool in the summer, we have also installed modern high-efficiency double glazing. If you ever experience condensation issues, please see your home user guide for tips on how to manage this. The property has been fitted with solar PV panels, which will produce renewable electricity for you to use during the day. You will need to let your energy provider know that you have solar panels so they can put you on the correct tariff. Then, if you don't use all the energy the panels are generating and excess energy goes back to the national grid, you will receive payments based on how much energy you export. Once you are on the correct tariff, this is an entirely automatic process, and the export payments will be taken off your electricity bill either monthly or quarterly, depending on your provider. The solar PV panels do not require any maintenance as they are self-cleaning. On the side wall of the property you will find the electric vehicle charger. If you currently drive or are considering switching to driving an electric vehicle, be sure to speak with your energy provider as they will have tariffs designed to minimise the cost of charging an electric car. Outside the property you will find the air source heat pump. This is a highly efficient system for heating your property and hot water electrically, whilst using up to 4 times less energy than a comparable gas boiler. The system consists of the condenser unit outside the property, and inside the property a hot water tank and pressure vessels which are hidden out of the way in 2 different cupboards. The home user guide contains more information about how the system works. It is very important to keep the area around the air source heat pump clear from debris, leaves, garden furniture and other obstructions to allow it to operate as efficiently as possible. Please take care not to damage any of the heat pump units, and please do not paint them or rest any items on them. The heat pump will run almost constantly, 24 hours a day, and whilst the settings for the heat pump are not to be adjusted, you can change the operating schedules and desired room temperature using the switchy smart thermostat. There is a separate video that will guide you through how to use this device, and more information on the switchy can also be found in your home user guide. The central heating water from a heat pump is produced at a much lower temperature compared to that of a gas boiler, which is one of the reasons it is so much more efficient. However, this does mean it will take the property several hours to react to changes in the temperature requested on the switchy device. The highest efficiency, and hence the lowest operating cost, is achieved by minimizing the number of requested changes to the temperature of the property, and keeping the property temperature as consistent as possible. The hot water for the property is also heated by the air source heat pump, and is stored in the hot water cylinder. Unlike a traditional gas combi boiler which only heats water on demand when you open a hot tap, the heat pump will operate slowly and continuously throughout the day to keep the water in the hot water cylinder up to temperature. The cylinder has been sized to allow a typical family to use plenty of hot water during the day without it running out. However, bear in mind that the tank does have a finite capacity, and if you were to have many long showers one after the other, the water might start to run cool. Please refrain from storing items in the cupboard containing the hot water cylinder, as these might knock or damage pipework or electrical connections. You will only need to use this cupboard to access the sockets for the broadband connection. Please note that all hot water taps in the property have been fitted with thermostatic mixer valves ensuring that the water from the hot taps never exceeds a safe preset temperature. On the radiators, you will see thermostatic radiator valves. Whilst these will allow you to reduce the heat output from individual radiators, these should only be adjusted as a last resort if a room becomes uncomfortably warm, as doing so can reduce the efficiency of the heat pump, causing it to consume more energy. It is best to make any adjustments to the temperature of the property as a whole using the switchy device. Be sure to keep the area around your radiators clear of any obstacles or clutter so they can deliver their heat most efficiently. In a property heated with an air source heat pump, it is perfectly normal for radiators to feel less hot than those in a property heated with a gas boiler. Heat pumps are designed to keep homes at a comfortable temperature by constantly circulating central heating water at a low temperature, rather than blasting high levels of heat into a property for short periods of time using water at a high temperature. In one of the cupboards, you will find the Mechanical Ventilation Heat Recovery, or MVHR, unit. This device runs constantly, extracting warm, stale air from the property and transferring the heat from this air to fresh, filtered air drawn in from outside. This means you do not need to open your windows to let fresh air into the property, as the old, stale air is constantly being replaced with fresh, preheated air. Together with the air source heat pump and solar PV panels, this technology will ensure you have low energy bills all year round. The MVHR unit will need servicing every 12 months, but Waverley Borough Council will arrange this for you. However, during the year, the two filters in the MVHR unit will need to be removed, lightly vacuumed, and put back in the unit every 3 months to remove any accumulated dust. Remember, these are the filters for the air supply to your home, so the cleaner they are, the cleaner the air in your property. You will notice vents in the ceilings of all habitable rooms, including the bathroom and kitchen. These are part of the MVHR system and should be kept clean and unobstructed. In the kitchen and bathroom, you can press the boost button on the wall when you need to remove steam or cooking smells. The boost function will automatically switch off 20 minutes after the button is pressed. All the light bulbs in the property are low-energy LEDs, which means they use very little electricity. For more information on these bulbs, including how to maintain and replace them, please see the Home User Guide. In one of the cupboards on the ground floor, you will find the consumer unit or fuse box. You can find out more information about this unit in the Home User Guide, but you will only need to touch it if a circuit breaker has tripped and turned off the electricity or in an emergency. If you have any problems with your electricity supply, please follow the checks in your Home User Guide first before reporting a fault. In the same cupboard as the consumer unit are the 3 fire alarm test switches: the momentary or spring-loaded locate alarm switch, the test alarm toggle switch, and the momentary silence alarm switch. When a fire is detected in the property, regardless of where, all the alarms throughout the property will sound. Momentarily pressing the locate alarm switch will silence all alarms except the one which triggered the alarm, allowing you to easily locate the room where the alarm was triggered. Toggling the test alarm switch will start the alarm sounding, a test that should be carried out once a month. When the alarms are sounding, walk through the property to make sure the alarms in all rooms are indeed sounding. Toggle the switch back to the default position to stop the alarms sounding. Momentarily pressing the silence alarm switch will stop the alarms from sounding once they have been triggered. Finally, for tips on how to maintain and look after your home and keep its systems functioning as efficiently as possible, please consult your Home User Guide. Thank you for watching this video and enjoy your new home.